I hate this question. Honestly, I really do. Whenever I want to interview and they ask, why should we hire you? Well, you should hire me because I applied for the job. I mean, that's what I want to say, right? Like, you should hire me because I'm qualified. I applied for the job. Clearly, I need it. Why ask that question? I think it's kind of, how do I say it? Condescending of a question to ask. You're in a position of power, so why should I hire? I don't like it. But it is something that we're asked. So if you are asked it, honestly, the best way to answer this is that, one, you need to be actively listening when they talk during the interview, right? So sometimes the interviewer is going to talk about the role, and then they'll ask why they should hire you. Sometimes they won't talk about the role, so you need to know the role you're applying for pretty well. So when you answer the question, you want to circle back to the job you're applying for and connect it directly to the work that you've done before. So whatever job, but if you're applying for, I don't know, a role in a blockchain startup, right? You want to talk about, one, if there's any issues, let's say it's a identity verification company that uses blockchain to verify identity, for example, which is something I'm actually working on. If that's the case, then look at the jobs you've had, and you definitely have to know your job and know your past experience well, and also know the job that you're applying for, and see, okay, well, based on what I did before, what about that, whether the macro skills or the micro skills that I learned can apply. And then you want to talk about your strengths and how that prior work relates to this current work and how that makes you an asset, right? So when you take it that way, when you take that approach, that's going to give you a much better shot at getting things done, right? So you want to talk about the strengths, talk about the job, tie those together as one thing. So you have your strengths, you have the job. You want to bring those together as one cohesive thing, or one cohesive statement. And it may take you a couple statements to say it, right? A couple of lines, but bring that together and then talk about how, because of the past, because of what you guys are doing, I know how to do this, which will allow me to help you, and that makes us a great match, right? So it's that, right? And granted, in your mind, you might say, hire me because I apply, because I say that every time, but we got to be a little more diplomatic, shall we say. All right, so that's that. Let me know if you guys think, if you have any other ways of answering that question. What do you guys think about when you hear that question, how it annoys you? Love to hear that in the comments. And make sure you share it with somebody who you think is going to be interested, who's interviewing, another attorney who's interviewing and kind of hates that question as well. All right, thanks, and I will talk to you guys soon.